Asahi got his dream life when he was summoned to another world, so he expected to get some kind of overpowered skills as well. However, his luck played a nice game with him as he was only granted one throwing rock skill with level 1, that's been useless, while his older sister, who has a brother complex, got the overpowered abilities as she followed Asahi to another world. Even at level 1, Asahi has his own way of getting girls, as he made a demon general fall in love with him. Asahi was unknowingly creating his sister harem, so let us continue. Then a random village was being ripped to shreds by goblins, but thankfully they had escaped in time. But then Maya blasted her way into there, and the moment they saw her, all of the goblins ran away. But they left some strange companions behind, so Asahi thought of leveling up by defeating them, but they just started doing a really weird dance. Asahi was confused at the time but didn't mind their movement. As he closes in, Asahi started feeling numb, then suddenly he jumps to Maya saying, "I love you," loudly. Maya was finally happy that her crush had confessed to her, but in that excitement she tried to hug him back, but with that force, Asahi fell to the ground and got his common sense back. But damn, Maya was totally in the mood to make out with him right then and there, but Asahi was back to normal, and Maya's dream of getting laid was crushed. Asahi and Maya both noticed the hypnosis those mini-monster used, so Asahi wanted to get rid of them, but Maya stopped him midway. She gently asked the minis to do that dance again. And as Asahi saw this, he once again went nuts and became a siscon. Then Maya accidentally blew away Asahi herself again as Asahi flattered her with sweet words, and with that Asahi got his senses back on track. Then Maya used those minis for the third time to hypnotize Asahi. Maya was planning to keep him this way for the rest of their lives. And for this time, the hypnotism got over his head as Asahi asked Maya to become his wife. Maya got into her own fantasy world where she was already dreaming of their marriage in the temple. But a demon general of the Demon King's army broke off her fantasy as well as her sugar time with Asahi. So Asahi woke up his courage to step forward and protect Maya, and that demon started making fun of Asahi as he was shaking in fear. Maya was enraged that he made fun of Asahi's courage, so she blasted him into ashes. Asahi was heartbroken for being a weakling, so Maya encouraged him, telling him that his bravery is his own strength. But just as everything was going well, a meteorite hit Asahi and he regained his common sense. Maya wanted those minis again, but her blast from earlier had destroyed them, so this time she started dancing like an idiot to hypnotize Asahi, but it's only going to look weird in many ways. So her dream was shattered like a glass, but then Asahi pats her head in love and comforts her like he always did to show his love, and hearing this Maya once again got back to being clingy. Then the next day in the guild, Tanya was nowhere to be found, so her seniors told Asahi that she had a date with someone today. Usually Asahi wanted to be happy for her, but he was getting a bit jealous. Then outside he ran into Tanya. She was a sexy gyro type and more, so she was with her kid brother. That made Asahi relax a bit, but he never took Tanya to be big sis type, and for her brother, he was a shy dude who wanted to be an adventurer. And he heard Asahi's name every day from her sister Tanya, and because of that embarrassment, she stopped Roy midway from spilling her beans. So Asahi quickly changed the topic and asked her about her leave. Apparently she was heading to the next town, but she needed an escort, so she came to guild. So Roy just gives a heads up to ask Asahi to be their escort. All of Asahi's glory is all because of Maya, but can't just openly tell them, so Asahi agreed to become their escort. As they were on their way, a giant wyvern attacked their wagon, breaking it into pieces, and this time Maya wasn't there, so he mans up and strikes it with a sword. But it just wasn't worth even a little bit, so Vyron was about to attack, and Asahi threw a rock in his mouth, but nothing happened. So that lizard was about to attack again but got self-destructed. Roy and Tanya thought of it as Asahi power, and they happily returned to town. But that wyvern was still in the game, but Maya stopped it. Seeing Asahi's progress, she made a cake specially for him. Then as the story continues, Asahi had completed a guild quest, but sadly everything was done by Maya and Kill Maria. Well, if you don't know, she is a demon general but disguised herself to be with Asahi and Maya. Anyway, this quest at least leveled up Asahi, which opened a light magic skill. And Asahi was all over it because he thought of it as a holy knight's power. Then a bull just got out of control and Asahi tested his new skill on it, but his luck played with him again as his light magic turns out to be a party trick. Asahi couldn't believe his luck that gave him a useless trick again, but Maya and Kill Maria comforted him saying he can make light in a dark room, but their words pierced his heart like a pin. Then they arrived at the location of a criminal organization, but got stopped by two morons but got paid well for their efforts. previously, when Asahi was at the guild, Tanya given him the job of eliminating a syndicate that was creating fake guild cards for its clients. Falsifying adventurer rank is a crime, let alone being a scum. So she asked Asahi to take care of it, but there was another gang like this one named Overdose, but another party was taking care of that, so Asahi got this gang to deal with. Then, as the flashback was over, the gangs were also gone as Kill Maria and Maya took care of everything. Then their boss showed up, and he recognized Asahi, the famous ogre-class adventurer. Asahi was set to take him out, but Sophie found him. That numbskull always brings trouble with her, and this time she brought other villagers to witness Asahi's powers. Now Asahi's secret would be exposed if everyone sees that he's just a weakling. But Maya sharply assisted him from the background and no one noticed it, so Asahi's secret was still safe. But not for too long, because the party that took the job to eliminate Overdose gang is a bad news that even the maid is awesome. The boss of the Overdose gang was in the same ogre class as Asahi, but he got his butt kicked up by a girl. Her name's Gloria. And she also heard about Asahi being the fastest guy to be promoted to ogre class. She couldn't believe it, so she was about to expose Asahi in public. Away from it, Asahi was invited to that Ranmon village. They wanted to show their gratitude for saving them for the second time from goblins, and the village elder then requested him for help. There was this other goblin threatening them, and Asahi was right at the perfect time because those monsters had shown up again, while the three orc brothers that were defeated by Maya earlier. He's their older brother, and he got there to have his revenge from Asahi. As they clashed their swords, Asahi was beaten back and monsters were about to attack the villagers. Then that made Kuno and Gloria step in. They were quietly observing Asahi until now, but they couldn't sit back anymore, and Gloria has finally seen that Asahi is faking his rank. Gloria first took out the orc and insulted Asahi. But when that little girl stood up for Asahi, Gloria thought Asahi was playing with their emotions, so Gloria's maid Kuon suddenly saved her from a deadly attack. But that attack had blown away her panties, so she backs off for now. But while leaving, she challenges Asahi to a duel to expose him, and this news spread out like wildfire. Because Asahi was the quickest to rank up to ogre class and everyone was eager to witness this match, but Asahi was on the verge of breaking down. But Maya was always there in the background to support him, but Kuno arrives to keep an eye on Maya and kill Maria. Then the duel between those two began, and Asahi was playing it on the defensive side. While not like he could land a hit on her yet, he was dodging her attack for now. Seeing that Kill Maria was about to help out, but Kuno was all ready if they tried to help Asahi. But Kill Maria then snaps at Kuno and started releasing her demon aura, but Maya stopped her time and told her to believe in Asahi, and her faith in Asahi was correct. He used his light magic to blind Gloria and end the match without striking her. Gloria can't understand why Asahi didn't raise her sword, but Asahi was a man who never raised his hand on women. Hearing this, she ran away from her shyness, but Asahi can't understand that now even Gloria has fallen for him. So that concludes our video, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive the latest updates.